I'll invite you to start class in child's pose. You can take 2 variations for child's pose. One variation is knees set mat width apart, arms reaching forward, glutes rested on heels, forehead rested on the mat. Second variation, knees come together, creating a shelf for your heart as you send your hands back towards your heels, palms facing the ceiling. Whichever variation you choose for yourself today, choose to honor your body where it's at right now. As you arrive on your mat today, begin to bring awareness to your third eye center. Here, use your fingertips to push the weight back into your glutes so that you get a deep lower back stretch. Keeping your eyes closed, notice your breath, the way it moves in and out through your nose, allowing your backside body to expand and then release. Start to sway your forehead from left to right, side to side, keeping your eyes closed in this neutral child's pose. You can even sway hips side to side if you'd like, waking up the body. Begin to shift the weight forward into your forearms. Let's meet in a tabletop position, and then let's meet in downward facing dog. Shift the weight from left foot to right foot, pedaling out the feet, allowing one heel to get really heavy as the opposite gets really light. By doing this, you'll allow your legs to begin to wake up, waking up your hamstrings, your calves, your shins, your quads. My favorite thing to do in this position is try and get my legs completely straight so that I can stretch my hamstrings and my calves. If your heels don't completely touch the floor, that's okay. Bend your knees deeply so that your hips raise up towards the ceiling. Create an L shape with your fingers so you have a sturdy foundation to hold up your torso. When you're ready, inhale, chest expands, belly expands, raise right leg into 3-legged dog. Flex toes towards your shin, keeping the lifted leg active here. Tendency is for the hip to roll out. Try and steer your right hip down so that your hips are squared off. Bring right heel to right glute and begin to circle out your knee in clockwise motions. Maybe you give a little flick of your ankle, flex and extend. Here I went for a flip dog, and then I realized I didn't really want to do a flip dog. If you do want to do a flip dog, that's great, go for it. If you don't, just continue to open up your right hip, and then let's meet in downward facing dog. Remember, in downward facing dog, your head is hanging in between your biceps. Lift left leg into 3-legged dog, flex toes towards shin, and then bring left heel to right glute, opening up the left hip. Move fluidly, take movements that will aid your body and honor your body where it's at right now. Am I the only person who has a dog that loves to lay on your yoga mat for some reason? Let's meet in a neutral downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, look up between your hands, bend your knees, and as you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Let's meet in forward fold. Close your eyes as you hang heavy in your forward fold. The crown of your head should be facing the floor. Here you can grab for opposite elbows, maybe interlace your fingers and place it on the nape of your neck to add some heavy weight to your head, or you can interlace your fingers behind your knees. The objective here is to release any tension in the lower back. Whichever variation you choose, hang heavy. Bring your hands to the mat, and then let's meet in a half lift. Palms on your shin as your gaze shifts forward. Your collarbone should be broad here. Spine should be straight. creating almost an L shape with your body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a standing position. Keep your arms raised above your head. This pose is called Tadasana. Tadasana, or mountain's pose, is a very simple pose, but simple doesn't always mean easy. Here, let's keep it active by grounding through our heels, so much so that you could possibly lift your toes towards your shin. Engage your shins, your calves, your glutes, your hamstrings. Everything in your leg muscles should be working. Tilt your pelvis towards your navel, creating a strong, straight spine. Engage your abdomens. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your chest. And lastly, relax your face, relax your jaw. Close your eyes as your arms remain above your head. You're very familiar to this action of standing on your own 2 feet, but have you ever been so aware of every single muscle in your body holding you up in this moment right now? Peel your eyes open, look up to your hands, and then create a slight back bend as you reach back. Exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, come up. Reach your arms up. Give a slight back bend. And as you exhale, come down into a forward fold. Follow your own breath call here. And as you inhale, reach up into your Tadasana, give a slight back bend, and as you exhale, come back down into a forward fold. Here, we're beginning to warm up the spine, warm up the muscles for our practice today. The next time you come down into a forward fold, place your palms on the mat and let's meet in a high plank position. Your hands should be aligned with your shoulders, shoulder width apart, and your feet should be about 6 inches apart. Press your heels so much back so that your heels meet the back wall. Try and level off your glutes so that they're not too far above your shoulders. So your hips should be aligned with your shoulders. I'm purposely holding you for a while so that you can engage your abdomens to hold you up. If you feel like taking a break, I would suggest shifting your weight into downward facing dog and then shifting your weight back into a high plank instead of collapsing. Exhale, lower halfway down, glide forward, elbows graze rib cage. Inhale, flip the weight onto the tops of your feet. Look up towards the ceiling, straighten your elbows. Exhale, let's meet in downward facing dog. Arrive in your downward facing dog by pedaling out your feet and getting a nice lower back stretch. Inhale, raise right leg into 3-legged dog, flex toes towards shin, and as you exhale, look up between your hands, bring right foot in between your hands, glue left heel down to the mat, and raise up into a warrior 1 position. Your right knee should be tracked over your right ankle, and think left hip steering forward as right hip steers back. Tendency here is to allow your lower back to take all the weight. Tuck your tailbone in to engage your abdomen here to hold up your torso. As your arms are raised above your head, keep shoulders away from your ears. Relax your face, relax your jaw, and hold a steady breath. Try and sit a little bit lower in your lunge, keeping that knee above ankle. When you're ready, look up between your palms and create a slight back bend in your warrior 1. The next time you exhale, bring palms back down to the mat. To frame your right foot, let's meet in a high plank position. Start to shift the weight onto your left hand. Send right fingertips towards the ceiling for side plank. Here, the most important part is to keep yourself lifted, glutes away from the mat. I personally am still struggling with this, so that's totally fine if you wobble in and out. Begin to take your left hand and bring it through towards the gap in between your mat and your left arm. As you inhale, extend back up. As you exhale, go through. Complete this about 3 to 4 times, and then let's meet in a high plank. Level yourself off in high plank. Inhale, push away from the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you arrive in your downward facing dog, pedal out your feet. Inhale, raise left leg into 3-legged dog. Flex toes towards shin. Exhale, bring a left foot in between your palms. Glue right heel down. Raise up into warrior 1. Again, keep that left knee tracked over left ankle. Steer right hip forward this time as left hip goes back. Use your abdomen to hold you up straight. Shoulders away from ears. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Keep a calm, steady breath. And then sit a little bit lower in your lunge. Once you feel sturdy, look up between your palms, create a slight back bend, and then as you exhale, bring your palms to the mat. Let's meet in high plank. Shift the weight into your right palm, send left fingertips towards the ceiling. Here, my form is so bad, and by this time, I'm like getting fatigued already, so don't come at me. Continue to bring what we did on the left side onto the right side. So send fingertips towards the ceiling and then send it through the gap. Once you've completed your 3 to 4 rounds, let's meet in high plank. Inhale, push away from the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once you've arrived in your downward facing dog, pedal out your feet. By my third downward facing dog, I really like to bend my knees generously to release any tension that's being built up in the body. Look up between your hands, walk up to the top of your mat. Let's meet in forward fold. Hang heavy here in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, dive your arms up above head. Exhale, hands to heart center. I turn towards the camera so you can see the different phases of tree pose. First phase, left foot comes to right ankle. Second phase, left foot comes to right calf. Third phase, left foot comes to inner right thigh. For balance here, continue to ground through your right big toe. This pose is great as a hip opener and to challenge your balance. Your hands in prayer palms and then reach towards the ceiling once you've found your balance. You can also challenge yourself here by closing your eyes and wobbling back and forth. Maybe you fall out of the pose, you can come back into it. Let's meet into Tadasana, mountains pose, palms down by your side facing forward. Inhale, dive arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, dive arms above head. Exhale, prayer palms. Let's take tree pose to the left side, ground through left big toe, and work with whatever phase you can work with in your body. If you wobble out of it, come back in. And then once you've found your balance, send your fingertips towards the ceiling. Challenge yourself by closing your eyes and maintaining balance. Your standing leg is so sturdy that your right heel presses against your quad, energizing your glutes. Let's meet in a standing position. Right arm comes down, arms come down by your side. Inhale, dive arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, catch your breath, and let's meet in tabletop position. Inhale, right leg up, flex toes towards shin, then bring right knee to right elbow, extend it back out, and then bring right knee to left elbow. Extend back out, and then bring right knee to the mat. Let's take that to the other side. Extend left foot out straight, toes flex towards shin, left knee to left elbow. Extend left knee to right elbow. Extend neutral tabletop position. Let's meet in a high plank. Inhale, push away from the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Show some love to your hips by pedaling out your feet. Let your head hang heavy here. Look up between your hands. Walk to the top of your mat. Let's meet in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hang heavy in your forward fold. Let's set up for chair pose. Separate your feet about 6 inches apart, maybe 2 of fist width apart to test it out. Inhale, raise your arms up, sit back in your seat. Your biceps should be near your ears. Tuck your tailbone in so that you use your abdomen to hold you up. Look down to your toes to see that your knees aren't going fully past them, and then sit a little bit lower. Notice how you're talking to yourself in this pose. Maybe you're thinking, when is this gonna be over? Oh my God, I just wanna stand up. Oh my God, my legs are burning. Whatever that discomfort you're feeling, lean into it a bit more. It just means your muscles are growing. Try and sit a little bit lower. Inhale, chest expands, belly expands. Exhale, forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind your back and try and straighten out your arms. Let the crown of your head face the floor and really use your arms to open up your chest here in this forward fold. This pose is great to work the muscles of our middle back, which rarely get used. And for a lot of us, that can feel like a very tight sensation. Work with your edge. Don't push yourself too hard because that can lead to injury. Slowly come out of it, come into a forward fold, and then come back into chair pose. Set your hips back, tuck your tailbone in. Make sure that your knees aren't going too far past your toes. Relax your face, jaw, shoulders away from the ears, arms reaching forward. Sit a little bit lower. Inhale, expand. Exhale, forward fold. Hang heavy here. Maybe pedal out your feet a bit. Play with your toes. Slowly lift up into a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. Your chin and head should come up last. Roll your shoulders up towards your ear and then back. And let's meet in Tadasana. Ground through your left big toe, raised right leg so that your right thigh is parallel to the mat. Roll out your ankle, maybe flex your toes, extend your toes. You can even give a little wiggle for your shin to move side to side. Keeping your standing leg straight and sturdy. Waking up all your joints. Use peace fingers, so your index finger and your middle finger, and hook it around your right big toe. Try and straighten out your leg as much as possible in front of you without hiking your hip up. If your hip begins to hike up, then it's okay to bend your knee here as long as you're holding your spine with integrity. And of course, if you fall out of it, come right back into it. Take as much time as you need. This is your practice. Once you've caught your balance, try and let go of your right leg and raise your arms above your head. Keep your leg lifted at the same level that you did before, then bend your knee and bring right foot down to meet left foot, arms down by your side. Ground through right big toe, raise left leg so that left thigh is parallel to the floor. Flex your toes towards your shin, extend your toes towards the mat, roll out your ankles, give a little love to your joints by swaying your shin from left to right. Place both hands on your hips for balance. Use peace fingers again to hook around your left big toe and then extend your left foot forward. Straighten your left leg as much as possible without hiking your left hip up. If your hip starts to go up, you can bend your knee as much as possible, as much as needed. Let go of your left toe and then raise both hands above your head and keep your raised leg leveled off with your hips. Bend your knee and then bring your left foot down to meet your right foot. Arms come down by your side to Tadasana. Collect your breath and then start to turn your chin inwards towards your heart and slowly roll down, curling your spine into a forward fold. Once you come into your forward fold, place your hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's meet in high plank again, and then tabletop position. Come down onto your forearms. They should be parallel to each other, and then come up onto your toes so that you're doing a forearm plank. Hold here, maybe shift the weight from left to right. Use your abdomen muscles to hold you up, and try and keep your hips leveled with your shoulder. When you're ready, start to walk your toes in towards your elbows as close as you can get them. This pose is called dolphin pose. It's just like downward dog, except this time you're holding yourself up with your forearms. Hold it like you were holding it for world peace. Come down into a child's pose. Let it all go. Begin to relax. Knees again are mat width apart, glutes rested on heels, arms reaching forward, forehead melting into the mat. Yoga is the only practice where we get to work 100% and rest 100%. Reconnect to your breath, your heart rate. Feel your chest expand as you inhale. Feel yourself melt into the mat as you exhale. When you're ready, come into a tabletop position and take a cat-cow here if that feels good for your spine. You can even sway out the hips from left to right if that feels good. And you can even point your fingers inwards towards your knees to get a wrist stretch. Every time you inhale, look up towards the ceiling, chest expands, belly expands, And as you exhale, use your abdomen as you look in towards your navel to round your spine. Let's meet in a neutral tabletop position, working on spinal alignment. Inhale, extend right arm forward, right leg back, toes flexed towards shin. Exhale, bring right elbow to right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. And go catch your right foot. So here we're going for a back bend and a twist. Try and catch the outside of your right foot with your fingertips and then let it go. Come back into a neutral tabletop position. Maybe you give a sway of the hips. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, lengthen, left arm reaches forward, right foot reaches back. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen, and go grab the outside or inside of your right foot. Again, try and kick your right foot up as much as possible to get that back bend and that twist. Then release the right leg. Let's meet in neutral tabletop position. Kudasai. From your neutral table, take a cat-cow to reset the spine. And then come into a neutral tabletop. Curl your toes under and lift your knees 2 inches above the mat. Your knees are hovering above the mat. Use your abdominal muscles to hold you up. Send your hips up and back. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy, pedal out your feet, maybe sway your hips from side to side. Try and straighten your legs as much as possible, but if that's not available, you can bend your knees deeply. Inhale, right leg comes up into 3-legged dog, flex toes towards shin. Exhale, look up between your hands, bring your right leg in between your palms, glue left heel to the mat, raise up into Warrior 1. From Warrior 1, peel open into Warrior 2. For Warrior 2, left toes is facing the side edge of the mat, and you're keeping that bend in your right knee. Your heels should be aligned with each other, right knee tracked over right ankle, and your arms are teed out to the side. Look over your right fingertips and try and level out your torso. Bend a little more in that right front knee so that you can feel a stretch in your hamstrings and quads. I turned around so you could see what it should look like from the front side. Let's take eagle wrap for our arms. So look in front of you and bring your arms up above your head. Identify your right arm, and as you exhale, hook right elbow under left elbow. If this grip isn't available to you, you can always reach for opposite shoulders, keeping right elbow under left elbow. Inhale, straighten right knee, bring arms up towards your head, and as you exhale, bring your elbows towards your navel, bend right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Unravel your arms, return to a normal Warrior 2. Flip your right palms. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, come into reverse warrior. Cartwheel your arms down so that your hands frame your right foot. Step back to a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg raises into 3-legged dog, toes flexed towards shin. Bring it through in between your hands. Glue right heel to mat. Lift up into Warrior 1. Open up into Warrior 2. Again, check that your heels are in line with each other. Keep left knee over left ankle and use the right edge of your right foot to keep you balanced. Tee out your arms. Gaze is over left fingertips. Identify left elbow, hook it under right elbow for your eagle wrap, and if this wrap isn't available to you, grab for opposite shoulders. Continue to sit into your left knee. Inhale, straighten left knee, and as you exhale, contract, sit into your left knee. Inhale, straighten, exhale, contract. Inhale, straighten, exhale, contract. Unravel your arms, come into Warrior 2, look over left fingertips, flip your palm, come into Reverse Warrior. Sit deep in your lunge, left knee tracked over left ankle, keep grounding through the right edge of your right foot as you lengthen through left fingertips. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot, come into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up between your palms and walk to the top of your mat. Let's meet in forward fold. Hang heavy, crown towards your mat. Grab for opposite elbows. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, dive your arms up above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Let's take that eagle wrap again. Identify right arm. Bring right elbow under left elbow. Ground through your right big toe. Lift left leg off the mat and send your left toes pointing down towards the floor. If the double wrap is available to you, that's great. But if your hips become unsquared, then try and back off of the double wrap. Instead, have your knees stacked on top of each other. Of course, if you fall out of it, come right back in. Left foot comes back down to meet right foot. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Identify left elbow this time. Hook left elbow under right elbow. Go for the double wrap if you can. Ground through left big toe. Bring right leg over left leg. Point right toes down towards the floor. Sit low in your seat. Keep lengthening through your chest. Honor that natural lumbar curve in your lower back and keep squeezing through midline center. Right leg comes out to meet left foot. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. In your forward fold, identify your left foot and send your left leg back into a low lunge. Release down onto your left knee and use the top of your left foot for balance. Keep your right knee tracked over right ankle. Place your palms interlaced over right knee to create a sturdy foundation. Stand tall and straight. Gaze is forward. Here, if you'd like, you can also close your eyes. You can also bring palms to heart center. Inhale, dive arms up, look up, reach back. Exhale, bring palms to frame your right foot. Lift up on left toes. Let's meet in high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, pedal out your feet. Take a moment to reconnect your breath with your heartbeat. Maybe even close your eyes in this inversion. Thank your body for keeping you lifted and strong throughout your whole practice today. Inhale, left leg raises into three-legged dog. Look up between your hands, bring it through, and come down on your right knee for low lunge. Left knee tracked over left ankle. Raise your upper body so that your palms can come interlaced on top of left knee. Stand up straight and tall. Inhale, chest expands, belly expands. Exhale, sit deeper into your lunge. You can bring palms to heart center if you'd like. Inhale, dive your arms up above your head. Look up, reach back for a slight back bend. Exhale, bring your palms down to frame your left foot. Inhale, let's meet in high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up between your palms, walk to the front of your mat into forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Release any tension in the face. Inhale, come to a standing position. Raise up one vertebrae at a time. Your chin should be the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders up towards your ear and then back. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Identify your right elbow, hook it under left elbow. Let's go for that eagle wrap again. Once you have your eagle wrap, look up towards the ceiling. Bring your thumb to your third eye and create a back bend. Try and lift your elbows off of your chest so that you use your arm muscles in this back bend. Come back to a neutral position. Unravel the arms, circle sweep your arms above your head, and then come into a forward fold. Spinal twist, ground through your left palm, send right fingertips towards the ceiling. Straighten right leg and let the left knee bend super deeply. Look up towards your right fingertips, creating a twisting sensation. Bring right palm back down to meet left palm. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, dive your arms up above your head. Identify left elbow, hook it under right elbow for eagle wrap. Let's take the back bend on this side as well. Bring your thumb to your third eye. Lift elbows off your chest as you look up towards the ceiling, maybe even the back wall. Ground through your heels, sending your hips forward. Use your abdomen to hold you up instead of your lower back. Bring your elbows back to your chest. Circle sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ground through right palm this time. Send left fingertips towards the ceiling. Look up towards left fingertips. Bend your right knee deeply as you try and straighten your left leg. It's okay if you can't get your left leg completely straight, as long as you're bending your right knee deeply, creating a twisting sensation in your thoracic spine. Bring left palm down to meet right palm. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, dive your arms up above your head, go for a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Hang heavy in your forward fold. Take a moment to reconnect your mind and your heart. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come into a neutral tabletop position. Come standing on your knees for camel. Place your palms on the back side of your body where your jean pockets would be and start to draw a line from the ceiling all the way to the back wall. Here you're already in the pose. If you're feeling a lot, stay right here. If you can reach for your heels, go ahead. Thumbs on the outside, fingertips on the inside. Make sure that your hips are still leveled with your knees. Come out of it the way you came in. Sit your glutes on your heels. Place your palms on your thighs. Close your eyes. For many of us, that pose brings up a lot. If anything, it makes the heart rate pump up a lot because we're working such big muscles to get into that pose. Notice what you're feeling energetically after that pose and what that might mean for you. Remember, we work 100% and rest 100%. So take a minute to just sit here in hero's pose with your eyes closed, reconnecting your breath with your heartbeat. Notice what you might be feeling inside your body, anything that's showing up because of your practice today. Feel that, connect with that. Keep your eyes closed until you hear my voice again. Don't bother to look at the screen or check up on what's going on. I promise you nothing's going on. Use this time to go inwards. Start to bring awareness back to your body. Peel open your eyes, come into tabletop, then come into downward facing dog. Raise right leg into three-legged dog. Bring right knee to right wrist. Level off your shin. Scoot left foot back and come into pigeon's pose. Ground through your palms and then release down onto your forearms. In this pose, you can use your forearms as a pillow for your forehead. Whatever you choose to do, make sure that your hips are leveled with the floor. Not everybody's glutes will rest completely on the floor. What I like to do is place my hand under whichever glute is lifted to support it. And I like to hug myself with my left arm, or whatever arm's not supporting that gap, resting my forehead on the mat. If none of this is available to you, you can always rest here with your forearms. Let your head hang heavy. Let your spine round. Make sure that all your weight is on your legs. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, ground your fingers. Inhale, raise your right leg into three-legged dog. Exhale, return your leg down to the ground. Pedal out your feet, give some love to your legs. Inhale, left leg comes up into three-legged dog. Exhale, bring left knee to left wrist. Scoot your right leg back. Ground through your palms, look up, and then go down. Rest your forehead on your forearms if you'd like. Support your lifted glute however you can. If you have a pillow maybe, or a block, or a blanket. Choose this moment to fully rest, relax. And if this doesn't feel like rest or relaxing. Just notice what's showing up in your body. Don't judge anything, don't force anything. Come up onto your hands, untuck your toes, and bring your left leg through to three-legged dog. And then come into a neutral downward facing dog, pedal out your feet, show your legs some love. Let's meet in tabletop, and then hero's pose. Take a moment to arrive. Swing your legs over to the right side and then out in front of you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach for your feet. If you can't grab your feet, that's okay. You can grab for ankles, shins, maybe backs of calves, backs of thighs. Here you can lengthen again if you'd like to further your grip. At first, let's go for a straight spine, but then slowly round forward so that you can release lower back tension. Roll yourself up into a seated position, neck coming up last. Come into boat pose, create almost an L shape with your legs so that your calves are parallel to the mat. Reach for your toes flex towards shin, then slowly lower down onto your mat slower than you'd like. I just completely fell onto the mat because I was pooped. Hallelujah! It's Shavasana time. You've made it. You've completed your entire yoga class. I am so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. Completely relax onto your mat. Close your eyes. Palms come down by your side, palms facing up. Heels come into touch, toes splayed apart. I'm going to offer you my favorite poem titled Just for Now by Danna Faulds. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider. As your awareness reaches up to meet it, just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth, just for now. Be boundless, free, with awakened energy, tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive, for the world looks different. Newly born and vibrant, just for now. Lay here with your eyes closed in Shavasana until you hear my voice again. Start to bring awareness back to your body by wiggling your fingertips, your feet, maybe rolling out your ankles, shifting your head from left to right. Hug in your knees towards your chest and then lay to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow for your head. Use your left palm to press up into a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and if you like this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Inhale, circle sweep your palms up above your head. Bring your hands to heart center as you exhale. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste.